It's your boy Love here. We on the PM ride. You can catch me at Albert Love Peter Lance on YouTube. Albert Love Peter Lance on Facebook. Also, catch us at Goodwood Love on Twitter. Albert Love on Twitter. Good Love on Twitter. And the thing I wanted to talk about today was the draft. I think two teams came out. Actually, three teams came out real well with the draft. I think the Browns had an excellent draft, and you'll see it in their wins and losses this year. I think the 49ers, with that trade from the Bears, they on their way back into making some good moves. They got good players. And the other team was the Texans. I believe you got like a Dak Prescott with like a 22nd pick, 20 pick. A late pick, so you know that will probably work out pretty good for them and their squad because they're ready to win now, and he's the most ready to play now, like sort of like Dak was last year for the Cowboys, the Bums. And thing that we noticed about the draft, you know, they talked about Joe Mixon prior to the draft, all the stuff that went on with him. They talked about Reuben Foster and Jabril Peppers. They got a lot of media, and the way they treated the brothers in the media, you know, it's always out there, always guilty. And what we didn't see was, you know, what's his name, Chad Kelly, who went to a high school football game and got into a brawl. You know, it started the brawl with high school kids out there after his brother got tackled of some sort. And it didn't get mentioned, you know, prior to this. Like, you know, it happened this week. It should have been, you know, one of the main topics that popped up. Maybe ESPN fired everybody, so that news didn't make it out. Then you got the kid, the quarterback from Oklahoma, but he's stealing Chinese food. They tried to run from the cops, resisting arrest. And, you know, I remember the story a little bit, but it didn't go on for days and weeks and linger up into the draft. I don't even think it affected his draft stock. And there was one more kid, I think a Mayor kid from Miami, that also got into some mess that just didn't get aired. I mean, during the draft time when they mentioned each player as they got drafted, it came up. But prior to, as it built up and players' stock started to fall, these guys' stock didn't fall at all. So I just wanted to point that little tidbit out for everybody. You know, like I said, 49ers had a great draft, Browns had a great draft, Texans. I don't think the Giants had a good draft. You know, the draft starts off with what you do in the first round and what you work from there. Like, Patriots didn't have a good draft, but they'll have somebody that they drafted in their draft that'll be a good player. Carolina, I was so with. Got to see what happens. Now that was the main thing. Now it's time to flip on over to playoff basketball. Wizards took that L last night. They was up like 12-0 something. You know, they ran a 12-point run on them, 16-4 maybe. And Boston was able to come back, put the handcuffs on them, beat them by 8, I believe it was. So that game is going on. I think Tuesday's the next most relevant games. Golden State and the Jazz. Yeah, they knocked off LA. So that's going to be that first round matchup, well, second round matchup over there. But it's your boy, sports guru, Albert Love, Peter Lance. Catch us on YouTube. Don't forget we on there Fridays live. And catch us on Facebook. You know, we'll put this post up there. And we got Twitter, Albert Love on Twitter. We got Goodwood Love, Good Love on Twitter. And hit us at our Gmail, Alan P, No Egos, gmail.com. And with comments, you know, critique. I changed the angle of my phone recording me because my cousin said my knuckles was ashy, my hands was ashy. You know, he said, and I keep putting them back in front of the camera. So now I changed the angle so we can't see them up close and personal. All right, holla back at your boy.